Yo, guys. Oh, yes. This is the kind of stuff that gets me excited. Pure fire mage necromancer. And it's good. It's actually good. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, just look at the screen. Do you see there's a fire golem? I know I talk about how much he sucks. He's just there for style points. He doesn't do that much. We, on the other hand, are good. And our skeleton mages are good. And our mercenary is good. Okay? So, let's go to town. So I can explain this a little bit. Now, I said I had a video before where I was leveling Blood Marrow, right? And I said I was going to make him an off-meta build. This is what I had in mind, okay? Now, in order to make this thing work, you need at least 2 pieces of Trangs to get 1 fire spell. So there's a few different setups for this, and there's some interesting things that you can do with this, but this one is the one that I'm liking the most right now. And this is 3-piece Trang set, okay? I've got the armor, the belt, and the gloves. With those 3 pieces, we're granted 13 to firewall, 18 to fireball, and regenerate mana 30%. Okay? It's nice. We get our cannot be frozen on the belt. Bunch of res on with some of the synergy from the 3 pieces there too, like 50 lightning on the armor. We get the run walk, the 2 to summoning skills. Pretty sweet, you know? So anyway, that's kind of the main crux of the thing here, is that you get some fire spells with that. So I wanted to be able to use those. But completely on their own, they're okay, but you're going to run into problems pretty fast, you know, with enough damage output. So what I did was I invested all the way into skeletal mages and all the way into skeleton mastery. And then 1 point for everything else in the summoning tree. Maximum corpse explosion, which also has fire damage to it. And then we have 8 points into lower resist. So it's negative 63. Now, I also have a flickering flame. I made this, another one, and it rolled minus 14 to enemy fire res, which I was happy about. 3 to fire skills. Amara's for 2 to all skills. Heart of the Oak, a perfect roll and a scourge. 40 all res, 3 to all skills, very nice. SOJ in the left, SOJ in the right. I crafted these boots. Run walk, 30%. 25 mana, 2% increased maximum mana, 7% regenerate mana, fire and poison res. Our res is really capped out. It's awesome. 80 lightning, 75 poison, 75 cold. We've got a fire resist aura getting us up to 68, which is plenty because we have the Phoenix, which absorbs fire damage as our shield and has negative 28% enemy fire resistance. Okay, we are looking at negative 42% to enemy fire resistance from the start. If you add in our lower resist, which is minus 63, that's negative 105% to enemy fire resistance, essentially. All right, negative 105%. Our fireball only does 381 damage. Our firewall only does 1700. But with a negative 105% to enemy resistances, it kind of doesn't matter. It seems much stronger than that. It's really cool. On swap, I've got a bone flame for the 3 to skills, and I've got an arm of King Leoric for all of the summoning buffs that you get from this. It's got 3 to skeleton mastery as well as 2 to summoning skills, and it does have 2 to raise skeletal mage. So anyway, and we do use some revives here and there as well, just to get some more meat shields and other types of damage going. But you'll notice as well, I took the time to summon all fire mages. So like you'll see, there's a few exceptions. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of the lightning ones. A couple like died at one point, and I just resummoned them. And I'll take the lightning ones. If they summon cold or poison, I desummon them and resummon as either fire or lightning. You can't. I did have all fire just not that long ago though. But anyway, so this is. I said this is pure fire, and you know, forgive me. There's a few lightning guys in there, but they're pretty good. Our mercenary has a dream helm and the wrath bow and a treachery, so she does fire damage and lightning damage and poison damage, and all of that is increased by 63% or something like 63% negative from our lower resist. So she's really strong too, and she does fire damage as well and some lightning. And then, you know, so that's kind of cool. I got all these fire guys and a few lightning. She's fire, got a little lightning, kind of cool. But anyway, we got the fire golem for style points. You know, he aggroes stuff. He's fire, so he got to join us this time. I like the blood golem better, but because we're going fire mage, I wanted to use the fire golem. So I thought that was cool. Now, a few things to consider here, which I found out and I thought were interesting. First of all, this build is not that expensive to make. The most expensive item on this here is the Phoenix. So in the inventory, we have all summoning skillers. I've got 6 of them. Plus, I have a lightning resist 30. Do I even need that? I don't even need that, do I? Oh, no, I do have to cap it out. Okay, yeah, lightning resist 30. I got a flame rift sunder charm. More resistances and stuff. Torch and Annie. There you go. So like I said, the most expensive piece on this is a Phoenix shield. And you could just use a spirit shield and get the whole thing up and running. Okay? The other thing that I found out, which is really interesting, is that if you equip a leaf staff that has fire wall or fireball on it, that will add to the fireball and firewall that you get from Trangs. So like right now, my firewall is level 24. I could make it level 20, or I could make it level 27 if I equipped this leaf staff. However, it's not stronger to use this because we lose FCR and negative enemy fire res. So it's not stronger, but it is an option just to like get the build up and running. You know, if you wanted to, you could make a leaf staff in something that has 3 to fireball, 3 to firewall, and then you could use, you know, 3-piece trangs and run around with a flickering flame and stuff like that, and you could shoot off, you know, lower resist and firewall and fireball. Now, another thing I just want to talk about is, yeah, you could also try to get enormous robes with stuff like that on it. So that would be cool. Now, the other thing I want to talk about just a little bit is I did pre-buff these skeletal mages. So I had Marowaks for the boots. I had on Trang's armor. I had a +3 amulet. I had a +3 helmet. All the skillers, the SOJs there. And then I put the spirit shield on as well. Or no, I didn't. I used the Bone Flame and I used the Arm of King Leoric. Yeah, that's right. And when I did that, my Skeletal Mastery was level 50. Okay? So, you know, you might have heard that skeletal mages kind of suck. Well, you know what? I think they're awesome when you do it this way. It's a little tedious to get it up and running, but it's kind of fun too because you have to kill stuff, summon the skeletal mages, and then make sure that they're fire. You know, so you have to desummon them and everything. It's kind of cool. And so this is what you got here. Now let me show. I'm only level 78. Okay, and we're steamrolling stuff. I'm in Act 3 now. And yeah, like you can be level, let's see, you can be like level 65 and have like this whole build up and running, which is just awesome, you know? So anyway, let's see here. I need to get, let's see, where is it? Is it there? No, I need to get the piece from the spider cavern, you know? I ran around this place and I didn't find it. So that maybe I should Should I not do this? I don't know. Maybe it's right up there. But yeah. So we do have 70% run walk, which is kind of nice. I'm really enjoying that. Our cast rate, by the way, we have, let's see, 60% cast rate. So that's our speed. It's not bad at all, you know. Is it over here? No, it's not. Is it up here? That kind of looks like a dead end, but I'm not sure. I ran around here earlier, and now I can't remember if I found it or not. It looks like it should be up here. But I don't see the entrance. So I'm sorry if you're like, dude, get it together. I was trying to... No. I was trying to complete a quest at the same time. Okay, let's go back. It's not there. Let's just go to Flare Jungle, maybe? Here we go. Okay, yeah. Flare Jungle. Let's do this. Okay, so this build also had mana issues, so... And I didn't want to use Insight, so the Phoenix Shield comes in handy for sure for all this as well. Okay, lower resist. We've got Fireball and Firewall. Look at this. And then our Corpse Explosion is crazy strong because we have we reduced their fire res by 105%. So it's like our Corpse Explosion too is so good because Corpse Explosion is part physical, part fire. And we just leveled up. Look at that. We just killed all those guys. Oh yeah, look at that. Because of the Phoenix Shield, we have Blaze now. Okay, like, yeah. Also, I don't think it's cheating to use the Corpse Explosion on this build because it is part fire. So I still think that it fits this theme of fire. And it is so strong by bumping my fire up like this, too. It's awesome. And, like, it's just a really fun way to play the Necromancer, I think. Like, see that? I just, like, toasted that dude with Firewall and the Fireball. And it definitely is stronger to cast Firewall underneath them and then shoot them as well with Fireball. And then once you get a kill there, you can just, like, Corpse Explode, you know? So here, let's try to let the mages do some work instead of me taking all the glory here. And watch them. Look at them go. Oh, look at Lemrune. Look at them. Look at them go. Do you see them? They're firing at everything. Now, to upgrade this build more, I think I should just refine some of my charms a little bit. I also think that I would switch off this Wrath Bow. As cool as it is to have her do lightning poison from the treachery and fire damage, a Faith Bow on her actually would increase the attack speed of the mages, which is really cool that it does that. So nice little Lemur in there. Yeah, so I think a Faith Bow on her would be better. That would also bring her res up a little bit more too. But this is working. I mean, like, watch. Look at them. Look at the fire mages. The skeletal mages, all fire. Look at them go. Here, I'll summon a couple meat shields here with my revives. If I switch to King Leoric and the Bone Flame, I get 44 skeleton mastery as opposed to 39. So they can be stronger that way. Anyone else think that it'd be kind of nice if you got a little bit more duration when you pumped up revive? Feel like that would be a nice change. One other thing too I just want to mention. So here they are again. Look at them. I'm not attacking. I'm not using Corpse Explosion. They're killing all that stuff. We're only level 79. And they do quite well. So, one thing I want to mention too is you don't get the Fire Mastery skill or the Meteor skill with 3 pieces I think Fire Mastery is reserved for the full set only for Trangs, and I think that sucks. I think that this set would be even cooler if you got Fireball, Firewall, Fire Mastery with just 2 pieces. Like, why not? Just look how many fire builds you could make with that using facets and Phoenix and like lower resist or conviction and stuff. It would just be really cool. I wish you could do that. It made me think too that like something like Alder's set, you know, would be insanely cool if it also had a feature like Trangs does of giving you sorceress like skills. And so something that I think would be really cool on Alders is what if Alders gave you lightning like abilities, you know, like just how this one gives 13 firewall, 18 fireball. What if it gave you like 18 chain lightning and, you know, 3 to lightning mastery and like level 20 charge bolt or something, you know, for like on Alder's set for a druid. So like if the druid wore 2 or 3 pieces, he could get some lightning skills, and that way he could like have a conviction mercenary, you know, like using infinity, and then use some like facets. So like you could have like a faceted armor with like the helm and like the boots or something from Alders, and that way you could have lightning skills, and you could make like a hurricane lightning druid. That would be so cool. Those are the kind of changes that I would love to see in this game, where they patch something in like that, and it's like, wow, now like anybody wearing 2 or 3 pieces of Alders can have like this off meta lightning type build now. That would be really cool, you know. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. Also, I should mention, here goes some firewall there. See that? Boom. Now they're all gone. I should also mention that you can join the channel now. It's 99 cents. That's it. Fair for you, fair for me, and doesn't break the bank, you know? And I think it's appropriate for the type of content that I make at this time. And if you want to do more, there is a $3 option if you're feeling generous. But really, just 99 cents. You throw me a buck. I think, you know, that'd be cool if you were interested in doing that for me. Anyway, so this is the Fire Mage Necromancer, and I absolutely adore this build. I think it's so fun. All right, so let's summon these guys. I'll summon a couple of those. There we go. Here, firewall, and then boom. Look at that. Just wasted all of them. Do you see that? Like, I think that this is actually even good enough, too, that you wouldn't even need the skeletal mages that much. Although, like, just to, like, get the first kill, you know what I mean? But it's definitely cool to have all the fire mages going as well. And they are really strong once you get their skeletal mastery and everything up to level 50 and you pre-buff summon them. It's kind of tedious, but like the idea is that you're just gonna, like, you know, play for a long time. You're not gonna sit there and do one run after the other and all that. So also too, like if you're thinking like the redemption kind of gets in the way of corpse explosion and of reviving things, you just have to like switch off of it if that's your plan to revive something, you know. And you can get a corpse explosion pretty quickly actually. It's not that hard to get one. See, like, look there, I just got like all those dudes with corpse explosion, even though redemption's going. So it doesn't grab like all of them. Take another town portal. Might need that. Okay. Yeah. So good, dude. Also, so yeah, like fire skills too, like the 3 to fire skills on the flickering flame. That also improves the corpse explosion skill itself. So anything that has skills or fire skills on it, so like even a Hexfire Shamshur could be good on this build. You'd lose a lot of cast rate, but you could put a facet in that. I could put a facet in the armor. I could get rid of the armor and use faceted armor or Ormus robes with 3 to Fireball on it and just use Fireball. If you only use 2-piece Trangs, you only get Fireball. You do not get Firewall. So if you wanted to just use Fireball and boost that as much as possible with facets and stuff, you could do that. Or you could switch it up, maybe not use the helmet or not use the shield and try to get a 3rd piece of Trangs in there that way, you know? But basically, yeah, it works really well. I know I'm like talking a lot too and not being very efficient with my kill speed, so I'm sorry. If you don't think it's really that good. It is pretty good, I think, so far. Okay, so I just ran around all of Flare Jungle and I did not find the quest portion of Flare Jungle. Dude, Act 3. Let's see what this Sacred Globe is. 2 to Fire Mastery, 2 to Chilling Armor. No. Is it over? Maybe it's right over here. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Those guys are usually immune to fire right there. This guy right here. Look at him. Oh, he went out of my firewall, but... Here we go. Look at that. Boom, dude. Just got wasted. This must be it, right? Just using Corpse Explosion. It's not. I don't think it is it.
I can't carry anymore.
It's not it. Dude, how do I find this? Okay. I guess maybe it's back this way? So yeah, if you want to just like skip ahead like 30 seconds to a minute to see me get to the freaking... There it is. Is that it? No, that's not it. That's the swampy pit. Yeah, the firewall is way stronger than you think it's going to be, actually. Like, it says it only does 1,700 damage, but it actually does pretty good. Like, watch it on this guy here. Boom, he just went down. You see that? Oh my goodness, dude. This is like... Here we go. Here we go. Grab a couple of those guys just so they can like run ahead for us and take some hits. Yeah, dude, the Corpse Explosion is so good with like going into the fire like this. I didn't think it would be, but it's pretty good. Look at that firewall right there. Just got them all. Yeah, just wasted all those dudes. That was sweet. This is really fun to play a Necromancer this way because it's like you have something to do while your summon army is there. And I'm a really big fan of trying to figure out, you know, something to do with your Necromancer while you have summons. I think that's like a good way to build a Necromancer is to have him, you know, like some people use like Beast and become a bear and like all that kind of stuff. I think that's all really cool. I like building summoners around being able to do something else besides just stand there, you know? It's the good bin. I didn't do this yet either. All right. Yeah, those guys just got annihilated.
Perhaps Ormus can tell me more about it.
Perhaps Ormus can tell me more about it. Necromancer has such a cool voice. Yeah. And dude, like, look at this. We have 80 lightning, 75 poison, 75 cold, 68 fire with fire absorb, and we have the redemption aura. Like, all our res is covered. Our res is overclocked, actually, on pretty much everything. And then I've got only 800 life. I guess I could, like... I guess I could pump more into life. I still have 5 skills left over I don't know what to do with as well. I guess I could, like, try... The fire golem sucks so bad, there's no point in putting more points in him, actually. Maybe just golem mastery or summon resist? Summon resist would make my... Or no, it won't go up anymore, will it? I don't know. I'm not sure what else to put points into on this build. You know? It's kind of hard to determine. I've got, like, everything that I'm using already. So I have all these points left over. And I'm only level 79. So there's, like... There's going to be, like, 15 to 20 skill points remaining by the time I'm done with this build. And I don't know what to put it in. Like... like... I don't really want bone armor. I just don't like looking at it sometimes. I guess I could max out the fire golem, or I could max out, like, golem mastery, or I could max out... I don't really want to get raised skeletons, because I just don't want that many in the way, you know? Oh, these guys are kind of cool to revive, because they can just fly around, you know? Alright, so here we go. Firewall. Boom, they're dead, and now we can explode everybody. So yeah, this has been a really fun way to level a character. If you noticed in the last video too, I was using the Disciple set. And that was kind of cool just to kind of play around and get things up and running, you know? And then I had this in mind, and then once I had the stats and skills, and I went through all my stuff and I collected everything I needed to make this. I've had this in mind for a long time. There's just only... It's just... Sometimes it's hard to get to all these builds that I have in mind, because I have to, like, either level characters, or I have to get them set up from, like, all my mules and stuff, or I have to, like, respec a character, you know, or and maybe I don't have a respec left, so I need, like, a token, and you know, so there's always, like, things that I have to kind of figure out sometimes before I do a build like this. And I knew this one was going to work out okay, actually. The one thing that I'm not quite certain about, though, is whether or not the skeletal mages, when they have fire on them, if they benefit from the -28 that's fire resistance that's on my Phoenix shield. I know they're stronger when I hit the enemy with lower resist, but I'm not quite sure if they're benefiting from this and from this on the flickering flame. You know, it's maybe they are, because they fixed, like, traps and all that stuff, you know. Whoa, did we get him? There we go. Oh, there we go. Skill shrine. What is my guy doing? Oh, there. I, like, wasn't attacking for a second. Yeah, so I don't know if the skeletal mages benefit from that. I hope they kind of do. But at the very least, they definitely benefit from lower resist. They do more damage on guys that have lower resist on them. I know that for certain. Okay. But yeah, so, like, if you could use, like I was saying earlier, if you could use 2 pieces of Trangs and get Fireball, Firewall, you know, and then just, like, the Fire Mastery too, that comes with the full set. If you could get that way you could, like, you could wear Enigma, you know, so you could teleport around. And it would just be nice. You could wear faceted armor to make yourself stronger, you know. You could, like, I don't know, you could do some kind of weird hybrid build where you're, like, using Fortitude and stuff, or you could use, like, Skin of the Viper Magi for the cast rate, and use the teleport staff on swap. Like, there's just like a lot of like stuff that you could do, you know, if they changed it so that like you could actually, man, I'm like getting, there we go. It like there's just a lot more builds you could do and a lot more ways to build characters, and especially this character if they gave you all that in 2 pieces. D2R devs, could you do that? Could you make it so that 2 pieces of Trangs, any 2 pieces, gives you Fireball, Firewall, the regenerate mana 30%, and 3 to Fire Mastery? Could you do that, please? So that I could have way more cool builds. So it looks like we lost a couple guys. Let's see. Is he lightning? Yeah, he spawned lightning. That's fine. I'll keep the lightning one. So anyway, I'm just gonna get like the piece, you know, that I need for the cube recipe, and then I'll end the video there. Here's level 3. Is this the right way? I don't know. I don't have a teleport staff. Actually, I think I do have a nauseous in the stash, but if I do that though, then I won't be able to. I think swapping to it will make me lose some skeleton mages, actually. Like the overall, the total number of them will be a little bit lower. Might still be fine. Might be worth it actually to have that mobility. So here we go. Boom. So I got him with my firewall, my fireball. Nice. Let's see. Lightning, okay. And lightning. I guess I'll just take the lightning ones. That's fine. It's better than nothing. Instead of sitting there trying to make sure they're fire. Yeah, like I said, forgive me. It's not totally pure fire because of that. But I think it is cool that I do have a few lightning mixed in there, and then my mercenary does lightning and fire damage as well. I think that's kind of cool. Here we go, a little firewall action and corpse explosion. But yeah, this is definitely a very fun way to use corpse explosion. Oh wow, magic resistant, lightning and fire enchanted. Guy was resistant to everything we were throwing at him. What's this? Okay. Wait, what? 35 all res, 1 to paladin. Okay. Twin axe. Should I bother identifying that? No, let's just go. Okay, so I got the piece there, and I'll go back to town and end the video there. So yeah, just to recap really quick. We got like a pure fire mage necromancer. I was able to summon the skeleton army at like level, I want to say they were level 48, and the skeleton mastery was level 50. Once it's all like, once you remove the pre-buff gear and you keep some of the summoner things and you switch over to Amaras and all that, then you can have 15 total. So you can there's only really there's only reason to cast like 15 of them, even though you could cast more when you have higher level. But yeah, just 15 of them. And they're quite strong with our ability to reduce enemies' fire resistance by 105%. You know, once again, I'm not sure if the negative enemy fire res on the Phoenix and on the Flickering Flame apply to my summons or not. I hope they do. I know that there was an update for traps so that they would apply, and I'm kind of wondering if that update just made it apply across the board for all kinds of summons, you know. So anyway, I think he looks pretty cool. Look at the red auras we have around him, the redemption and the fire resist aura. I could get a third fire aura if I switch to faith on the mercenary. And yeah, we could definitely upgrade this build too by utilizing, you know, just the 5/5 facet in the armor. And getting faith on the mercenary to increase the attack speed of these mages. They have an attack speed, not like an FCR, faster cast. So like attack speed does improve the skeletal mages cast rate. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm kind of repeating myself at this point. So I will let you guys go here. I'm going to get going. And thank you for checking out this really cool fire off meta build. All right, dudes. See you later.